Long before the pyramids reached for heaven, before Greece dreamed of gods and philosophy, there was a land between two rivers where humanity's first cities rose. They called it Sumer, and in its dust lies the story of how civilization began. Between the Tigris and Euphrates, in what is now southern Iraq, people once built cities that touched the sky, not in stone towers, but in ideas that changed mankind forever. The year was roughly 4000 BCE. While most of the world still lived in small tribes, the Sumerians built Uruk, the first true city. Streets stretched in grids, temples rose above the plains, and canals carved life through the desert. They invented the city itself, a place where thousands could live, work, trade, and dream together. Each city was ruled by a god and watched over by its human servant, the priest-king. They called their temples ziggurats, mountains made by man, steps to the heavens. But Sumer gave us something even greater than cities. They gave us words. From clay and reed came cuneiform, the world's first writing. With it they recorded trade, songs, prayers, even laws. The first stories ever written, like the Epic of Gilgamesh, were born here, carved in soft clay 5,000 years ago. They wrote of kings who sought immortality, of floods that destroyed the world, of gods who ruled the skies and the earth. Through them, myth and memory became history. The Sumerians were not just dreamers, they were engineers. They invented the wheel, the plow, and even the concept of time, dividing hours and days into 60 parts. Their canals turned deserts green. Their trade routes reached far to India, Persia, and the mountains of Anatolia. Gold, copper, lapis lazuli, all passed through their hands. The wealth of Sumer flowed like its rivers. But more than anything, they built with faith, believing every brick, every canal, every law was part of a divine order. Sumer's gods were powerful and human. Anu, the father of heaven. Enlil, the lord of the air. Inanna, the goddess of love and war. Each city belonged to a god, and their temples dominated the skyline. To please them, people offered songs, food, and sacrifice. They believed that the gods had shaped humans from clay, so mankind could serve the divine. It was here that humanity's oldest question was asked: what are we here for? But even the gods could not save Sumer forever. The rivers that once gave life began to betray them. Floods came, then droughts. City fought city, Uruk, Lagash, each claiming divine right to rule. Invaders came from the north, the Akkadians, led by Sargon the Great. For a time, they ruled all Mesopotamia. And though Sumer faded, its spirit lived on, in Babylon, Assyria, and every empire that followed. They carried Sumer's laws, its gods, and its dreams, and built their own worlds upon its ruins. Sumer is gone. Its cities lie buried under the sands of Iraq, its temples long crumbled, its gods forgotten, but its fingerprints are everywhere. Every time we write a word, measure an hour, build a city, or tell a story of gods and men, we echo Sumer. They were the first to imagine civilization itself, and from their clay tablets the human story began to be written. 5,000 years later, we still chase the same dream they once reached for, a city that touches the sky, a life that outlives time. And maybe, in our search for eternity, we are all still children of Sumer.